Imagine winning the hardest battle of your life, but when the victory screen appears, there's no one standing next to you. It's just you alone. There is no one left to celebrate with. Even though you've achieved your dream, there's still something missing. Well, that's exactly how I used to feel. Back when I first started improving my life, I felt so alone. Sure, I had seen great improvement on my body from running and working out. Not to mention, I was beginning to see improvement in my studies, and had recently started my YouTube channel. But something felt off. I just felt so isolated and alone. It wasn't like I didn't have friends at school. I had plenty. Still, I knew that if I didn't make some kind of change, then I would probably be stuck like this for the rest of my life. But then my entire life trajectory changed. One simple shift to my life changed me from some lonely guy starting to make progress in life to someone with real friendships. It led to me achieving far more success than I initially thought was even possible. Not only did it help me get straight A's back in high school, but it led to my channel becoming what it is today, with thousands of subscribers and over 1 million views. So I'll tell you the one thing more important than achieving your dreams and how to actually use it to change your life. But first, to fully understand, we need to go back to where I first learned this, to where it all started. See, for the last year I'd been playing games every fortnight or so with my little brother. One of the games we played together was Fire Emblem 3 Hopes. The game pretty much followed this mercenary who joined this army. I'm not gonna lie, half the plot went over my head, but basically there's these 3 kingdoms that have been fighting each other for a really long time. So we wanted to expand our empire and bring order to the world. At first everything was going well. We liked most of the characters in our army and we were just having fun hacking and slashing through the enemies. But then one mission went completely wrong. This infamous mission would come to be known as the Iron Maiden arc. See, at the time we were storming a castle. Our forces had managed to break into the castle, but many of our characters were severely wounded. So I commanded them to stay at a base while my brother and I handled the boss. But telling them to retreat may have been the single worst decision of the entire game. See, around the base there were these spike traps. As you can imagine, when their characters all retreated to the base, they were all stabbed, reducing their final slither of health to nothing. In the span of less than a minute, almost all of our favourite characters died. Seriously, we were playing on hardcore mode, so those characters really were dead forever. We ended the mission with just me and my brother surviving. As we continued to play the game, we were able to recruit more characters into our army, and yet it still fell off not having our OG favourite characters. Eventually we got to the final battle and finished the game, which left me feeling kind of hollow. As a mercenary, we'd spent years of our life fighting for this kingdom. Our friends had bled and died for it, and yet nothing had changed. No kingdom won the war. Instead, the kingdoms would just continue to be locked into war for decades, if not centuries to come. Which made me wonder, what difference had I actually made? What was the point of all that hardship? Of course, these questions aren't just about Fire Emblem, but also for life itself. What is the point if all of your efforts only make a small dent in shaping the future of humanity? What's the point in achieving anything at all in life? After dwelling on it for a bit, I realized what truly matters. As cringe as it might be to say it, what really matters is the friends you make along the way. In the game, that was different characters with personalities and stories I got to meet and battle with. But more importantly, it was the time I spent growing and bonding with my brother. If I didn't play that game with my brother, then I wouldn't be as close to him as I am now. Honestly, I barely would have spent any time with my brother at all. Back then, gaming was the only thing my brother and I did together. So without it, we barely would have hung out. It's thanks to that time I spent with my brother that I was able to grow closer to him, which led to me getting him into working out and running. Of course, for many years to come, we will always share inside jokes about that game, from the Iron Maiden arc to accidentally going on a date with his favourite character. all of those memories and battles will forever remain in our hearts. That's actually something I was reminded of recently while reading a book called The Happiest Man in the World. In the book, Eddie, the author, talks about his life in Germany as a Jew, living through the Second World War. He describes the atrocities and the horrific gut-wrenching experiences he had to endure. Throughout everything that happens in Eddie's life, he said there was one thing that made him happy the most. For him, that was his bonds with those around him, his friends, family, wife, and all of his loved ones. Spending time and doing things with them is what truly made him happy. Now, of course, I agree with Eddie, but for me, spending time with friends isn't enough. I want to spend time with people who are truly my friends. For me, I think what defines a true friend is someone wanting to grow with me. Whether that is YouTube, running, life as a whole, or simply improving the bond we have with each other. Real friends are people who are genuinely interested in you, people who work with you, people who believe in you. See, that was the issue with my old friend group. It's not like they weren't generally nice people. The issue was that none of them wanted to improve their lives. In fact, many of them would have cringed at the thought or looked at me weirdly. That's, of course, exactly how I got into my lonely self-improvement era. From there, I went online and made some friends in self-improvement communities. Was it really hard to talk to a random stranger online? Yes. Did I feel incredibly insecure when someone just never replied? You bet. But as I reached out and talked to more people, I became more confident. That simple act completely changed my life, because it made me realize that there were other people out there like me. Other people I could talk to, other people I could share what I was improving with my life. I learned so much more by just talking and working with other people who were interested in improving or making similar things to me. Not only was I able to trade YouTube knowledge with other people, but I was also able to help some friends with starting running and getting into healthier habits. Not only did I cure my loneliness, but I actually made more progress towards my goals, because I surrounded myself with people who had similar goals to me. I am so grateful to those few friends that believed in my dream and my channel when I barely had 100 subs. They really helped me push myself and stay focused on my goal. It's because they were there at the beginning and rooted for me when it seemed completely hopeless. That's how I know these people are truly my friends. In fact, I'm willing to bet some of them are watching this video right now. If you are one of those people who have been with me since the beginning, then thank you. And if you're not, that's totally fine. This channel is all about improving our lives together, which makes all of us friends. Of course, YouTube wasn't exactly designed for the whole community aspect, so I have my own free community which you can join. I do calls there about twice a month, and I regularly make posts there too. So if you want to meet more people interested in improving their lives, then hit the first link in the top of the description. Now, as soon as this video ends, I want you to go take action. Go appreciate the friends you have. If you have a friend who is genuinely rooting for you to achieve whatever it is you're working towards, then take the time to stop and have a conversation with them. Tell them that you're grateful. If you don't have a friend like that, then why not go make a new friend? Take whatever goal you have and find a community of people with the same goal. For example, if your goal is to become a faster runner, then go to your local running club. If your goal is much more specific to self-improvement, then making a friend in my community is definitely something you could try. A lot of people like to say that investing in skills, your body, or changing your habits is one of the best investments you can make. And they're not wrong. But I think having just one real friend is worth so much more. Keep your sword sharp. Bye bye.